Hi, we're going to talk about ninth grade registration, so let's get started. You probably found this video on our website, www.bems.besd.net, and hopefully you took a couple of minutes to watch this great orientation video put together by our very own counselor, Sherry Madsen, which introduced you to a lot of great people and things here at Box Elder Middle School. Let's go quickly to this link, New Student Registration. This will tell you that you need to make sure that you bring a parent or guardian with you, birth certificate, proof of immunization, and something letting us know what classes you had last year and what your grades were. That's going to help us make sure that we get you into the right classes to help you be successful. Next, let's go to the counseling website. So click on counseling, and we're going to go to this latest news and more. This latest news and more is going to take you to our counseling blog. So it's bemscounseling.blogspot.com. If you want to receive instant email about all the latest things that are happening, just put your email address in here and click submit, and we're going to be able to just instantly let you know all of the latest things that are happening at our school. What I want to show you right now is that our new student registration days, the dates and times, but right here is something that's going to be able to maybe help you save some time. So the enrollment forms can be found right here. Now all of the forms are here. There's a lot of them, and I'm really sorry about that. But what you can do is click on one of those forms. You can print it, you can download it, and then fill that information out. Now, the thing that's a little bit hard is that the forms that are colored or on NCR paper, those forms actually have to be filled out on the forms that we have at our school. However, if you want to, you can fill those forms out at home, and then when you come in, you can just transfer the information over. That's something that might save you a little bit of time, especially if you've got more than one student to register, but it's totally up to you. We're just trying to do what we can to help you have a little bit quicker experience. I'd like to introduce you to who you're going to be meeting. Bayan Wadsworth is the registrar, and she's the one who you will talk to first as far as getting your student enrolled into our system and into our school. And Sherry Lee is the counseling secretary, and she's going to make sure that all of your paperwork gets to the right counselor, and we get you going as quickly as we can and have as good of an experience as you possibly can. Amber Sechrist is the counselor who's over the first part of the alphabet. My name is Teresa Thompson Hart, and I'm the one who's going to be walking you through all this stuff today. I know that I'm talking way too fast, but I got to get this done in like 10 minutes or less. And so the good news is you can rewind and play me again, all right? Sherry Madsen is the counselor who's over the last part of the alphabet, but know that we will happily talk to any student or parent or guardian over any part of the alphabet because we want to make sure that you're well taken care of. Okay, let's go up here, and we're going to talk about the registration form and the class description. So this registration form, you can download this, print it off, fill it out even if you want to, or you can just wait until you come in. But this is going to give you a listing of all of the classes. Now the listing may not be very helpful for you because you don't know what the classes are, but this form right here for the class descriptions, that will be much more helpful, and it's going to list what all the classes are as well as what you can expect to experience in those classes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up both of those side by side so that we can go over them together. Now right up here, it's going to give you a little bit of information. This is the form that we're going to actually use to get you enrolled in your classes. It says here that you've got the total number of 18 boxes that have to be filled in. That's because we have 3 trimesters, and within those 3 trimesters you're going to have 6 periods a day, and 3 times 6, well, that's 18, and so that's how we come up with this number, total number of 18. Now let's start first with what every student has to have as a 9th grader. Well, you have to have career technology 1 trimester. Now, the career technology class is going to be your computer tech. That's actually a state requirement, and you have to have that for 1 trimester. So you'll notice over here on your registration form, computer technology is already colored in for you. Next is going to be language arts, 3 trimesters. So language arts, 3 trimesters, you're having that all year long. That's why 3 trimesters is colored in. Math, 3 trimesters. Now the one that you're looking at isn't colored in because you get to have a choice whether you're going to take Secondary Math 1 or Secondary Math 1 Honors. I've colored in Secondary Math 1 for myself. This is going to put me on track to be able to take college algebra as a 12th grader. So I'll be able to get college credit as well as high school credit. Now, if you're a student who does really well in math and you can easily get A's and you're planning on a career maybe in engineering or math or science, maybe you should be able to take Secondary Math 1 Honors. Right here where it says SIG, that's calling for a signature. Obviously, you don't have a teacher's signature from last year because you weren't here last year. So what we'll do is just talk to your counselor and you can decide together what's going to be the best thing. You can read right here about the differences between Secondary Math 1 and Secondary Math 1 Honors. Next, you're going to need to sign up for a PE. So everybody has to have 1 trimester of PE unless you have a doctor's note. So I've colored in PE for females right here because I'm a female. Next, you're going to have a social science, 1 trimester of that. Now, everybody has to have Geography for Life in Utah in order to graduate, and they don't offer that at Box Elder High School, so you've got to have it and pass it here at Box Elder Middle School. So that's colored in. Next, we're going to talk about science. Now, you need 3 credits worth of science in order to graduate from high school. Now, 2 of those science classes have got to be a core tested science, and 1 of them has to be a biological science. So sometime between the 10th or the 12th grade year, you're going to have to take a biological science. The other core tested science, your options are Earth Systems, a physics, or a chemistry. Now, Earth Systems is only taught at Box Elder Middle School, and it's a foundation science, so I've colored that in. The other core tested sciences are physics or chemistry. So those would be your options. Then you could take an agricultural science if you want to, and that's if you're interested in like Future Farmers of America. And that could maybe count as your third or your third science. Next, let's take a look over here in the second column at some of your elective options. So these are the aid classes, and so we can come down here and read all about what the aid options are. CTE education. So these are all your CTE options, and so you can read all about those classes. Next are your fine arts options. So you can read about those. And you'll notice that with band and orchestra, there are no beginners at this level. So if you didn't take it last year, then you can't take it this year. Your next thing that you need to notice is this PRE. PRE stands for prerequisite. So if we go over here and we look at, for instance, Art Foundations 2 has a prerequisite, or Ceramics has a prerequisite. If you haven't had Art 7 or Art Foundations 1 or 2, then that means that you can't take that class. But if in the 7th grade or in the 8th grade you had any of these classes, you can sign up for that. Also, let's go to the third column. You notice here, this is release time for religious study. You don't receive any high school credit for that. Here with the foreign language, you don't need a foreign language in order to graduate from high school. However, most colleges and universities suggest that you have a second language. And some colleges and universities even require it. So talk to your counselor about that. These classes right here, the English Language Learner courses, those are for students who already speak a foreign language and they're just learning how to speak, read, or write English. Down here, these are alternate courses in case you can't get into your first choice classes. You need to choose some alternates. So That is a really quick overview of ninth grade registration. We're very excited to have you at our school and hope that you have a great experience, and we will do everything in our power to help make your year successful. Thanks.